Actor Josh Duhamel gives us a dire warning. As we know, there are a lot of impending bad things that are happening in Hollywood, and we're already starting to see some of the effects of that. And there's a lot that's going on in Hollywood right now. Everything from celebrities who are fleeing to people who are being arrested, and it's continuing to get worse and worse. And Josh Duhamel is here to tell us exactly some of the things that are happening. And this is something that I don't think he's even allowed to really say, but he's out here and he's talking about it in a way as he is accidentally exposing some of the things that are happening in Hollywood. Hollywood actor admits he's become a doomsday prepper in case stuff hits the fan. And yes, that is exactly what is happening in Hollywood right now, and it's going to continue to get worse as things are indeed hitting the fan over there. So actor Josh Duhamel admitted in a recent interview that he's become a bit of a doomsday prepper, building a remote compound in North Dakota where his family could survive if stuff hits the fan in LA. Now, does this mean that he's trying to get out of there because he's afraid of things that could be happening, much in the same way that we've seen like Tom Hanks fleeing to Greece and all this type of stuff? I don't really think so. I think that what he's talking about here is something that's completely different, and you're going to see that in what he's saying here. It started with one little cabin in the woods with no electricity and no water. We would go and we didn't want to stay for more than a day or two. You could tell the mice had overrun it. It was disgusting. I bought it for like nothing. This beautiful little idyllic cabin on the water. Suddenly I had 54 acres out there. So I had two cabins, one with no electricity or water. They both had wells and electricity now. They both have wells and electricity now, but they're both really small. We shaped the land. We created trails through it. I'm actually growing crops out there. So then he continues on by talking about hunting and stuff. Former Las Vegas star said that this year's crops include corn and pumpkins, but that he had started with clover and chicory in an attempt to feed deer that he could later hunt. It's called a food plot. My idea is that I want to be able to hunt deer, which you can already hear all the vegans and all of the leftist weirdos out there are completely losing their minds when he's saying this, much in the same way that they did with Chris Pratt when he was talking about similar stuff. I'm not a hunter by any means, but I have this crazy fixation on what happens if stuff hits the fan in LA and I have to take my family out of there and live off the land. I've become a bit of a doomsday prepper, I guess, so I'm learning how to hunt. I'm building something so if things do go south, I have a place to take my family, and I believe that we could live off the land out there. I'm not very good at it yet, but I'm getting there. Honestly, this is super base coming from him, to be completely honest, because this is exactly what we need more Americans doing, to be completely honest, and I'm not going to shame anyone for doing this type of stuff. Of course, this whole doomsday prepper thing gets such a bad name out there in the media today, and leftists just despise it and all that type of stuff, but this is exactly what Americans need to be doing more of, and especially as we see cities like LA continuing to fall apart and becoming almost like third world countries right here in the United States. It doesn't surprise me that we're going to continue to see more actors like him continuing to leave Hollywood to move out of that place. This is exactly what they brought on themselves with their own policies, with their own voting and everything else, and it isn't really something that I feel sorry for them about. I think that it's absolutely a shame that this is happening here in America. So let me know what you think about this in the comments below. What do you think about what Josh Duhamel is saying here? Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.